bunk ass Zoom. There, now we're recording. We've only been talking for like 26 minutes already.
Well, that's because you were showing your baby pictures and stuff.
Hey, nobody needs to know about we don't need to tell the world about baby pictures and shit. Well, nobody would have known. Man. It would have been all right.
It's still all right.
Well, I mean, you brought it up. Yeah. I mean, I didn't know that was off limits. Did you do that, Deb?
No.
And what was up with that collar on that shirt?
That was a pimp collar.
It was like, what the heck was that?
That collar was pimp, dude. Don't be talking shit about
that collar. Looked like you could have flew away off that mug, you know? The collar was bigger than your face.
So let's get, we're talking about 1987's horror classic. I didn't think of it as horror, but it is horror. It's listed as horror. IMDb's talking about it. It's definitely not talking shit about my baby pictures on IMDb.
What the heck, man?
1987.
Okay. Talk about baby picture more.
1987's.
Right, you starting the show already?
I'm just letting people know because I got some feedback from the last couple of episodes, and they like our quote unquote banter back and forth and all that, but they just want to know at the beginning what the episodes are. That way they know they're not doing replays and all that. Now, I mean, I could have been like, well, just look at your device and it'll tell you the name of the episode. But I'm not going to be rude like that to our listeners because we love our listeners. I'm not going to be like, look at your fucking phone or look on your computer, look on your screen on your car. Not while you're driving. I would definitely not do that. So I'm going to say that today we're talking about the 1987 classic movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, Predator. And now we can talk.
Are you done?
No, I'm not done, but we're...
Why would we... See, this is the whole thing where I'm trying to understand. Why you got to put a little shell on, Josh. These mugs out here, they're going to run you rapid. You know, we catering to everybody out here. And none of them are Patreons.
we are patronizing, not patronizing. We are catering to our Patreons. We have one of them on this episode. We have a call in from one of our patrons. Yeah, Brenden from Upkick MMA. And before I put over his podcast that you can find on YouTube, Upkick MMA, and before I say you can find him on Upkick MMA, I need to say that you can find us on all social media platforms at Cast of the Pod, including our Patreon. If you want to help us keep going, if you want us to get some new equipment going on, or maybe, help pay for server fee or this bunk ass Zoom, hit us up on Patreon. I'm not going to go through the whole spiel, but yeah, Cast of the Pod. And if you want to, I forgot something.
Yeah.
No, the phone number. The phone number, 786-763-2278. That's what Brenden called in. And I answered the phone. I was like, hello. And I was like, and I hung up when I realized what was going on. I was also in the middle of we were doing some real life work. So I hung up, but it was like a reflex action. It's a Google voice line, so it rang on my regular phone. And then I texted him back on my regular phone with my regular phone number and all that. So hopefully, I mean, we know he's cool and all that, but now he has my real phone number. So. Yeah.
Oh, word. Hey, Josh.
What?
Josh, can you do me one small favor?
Cobweb 411?
No.
What?
Hit the intro.
Oh, shit.
Warning. This podcast is about the horror genre, specifically horror films. As most horror movies are filled with coarse language, violence, and/or gore, the topics and language of the cast of the pod will also reflect the genre. If you have any issues with the aforementioned warnings, please press stop. However, if you have no issue with adult language, movie violence, or the accoutrement that accompanies horror films, please feel free to continue. You have been warned.
Thank you, Cobweb. Thank you for reminding me that, we need to do the intro. They need to be warned. They have been warned.
You know, you've been changing things up, and it's throwing us off, man. All these people that are calling in, it's throwing us off, man. I feel like, you know, the boat has been shifted. You know, it's like, you know, these new listeners are coming around, and these people that are hitting us up, they're really, you know, they want more of us.
Speaking of the boat being shifted, shout out to Harry Belafonte, who just recently passed away.
Oh man,
you said that, and I started thinking about Banana Boat, and you know, shout out,
dude. Let me tell you something. Harry Belafonte is in my heart forever. He put out the greatest hip hop movie of all time.
What?
Beat Street.
I did not know that he produced it.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
Harry
Belafonte produced Beat Street. Special K, Raymond. Spit. Man, come on.
Are you just making up words, throwing them at me?
I thought he spit
It's characters from the movies, man.
I know.
Beat Street, man. I'm trying to. I got that's one of my. That's my heart right there.
But if we're gonna talk about Beat Street, we're gonna have to do that like on a Patreon only, or on like Bucket of Podcorn.
Ooh, that'll be a dope Patreon episode.
Yes, yes. We can't do that here because we're talking about the 1987 classic Predator. We're doing horror movies on this one, on this genre, right here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. See, I can remind you and Deb these things too. Deb's not even backing me up over here. I mean, both of y'all threw me under the attack bus for the zombie attack bus for the intro.
What are you talking about?
Have we got
Deb, what is he tripping on?
Any feedback on the new shirts? Because we got new merchandise.
Everybody that I've shown the shirt to, they said it's badass. Not the shirt, but the logo.
True that.
Yeah, but has anybody bought any?
The one that we bought to send to Brenden, if that counts.
Come on, guys. Y'all need to buy the merchandise. You need to help us here.
Yeah,
Hold up a second. Wait.
Yeah, don't be e-begging, Deb.
I'm not e-begging.
What?
You know what? I'm just gonna have to. Okay, I have to get my own shirt. Damn it! You see how tough it is out here for Cobweb? Do we got crew necks?
I haven't even bought one for me.
I was gonna say I don't even have a shirt.
I haven't even bought one.
Yeah,
for
I need
Deb.
a long sleeve T-shirt.
I don't even have.
Yeah, that's what I need.
He doesn't even have his license, Lisa.
Are we gonna talk about Predator? And I'm not talking about Michael Jackson.
Oh, that was good. That was good. Whoa.
I'm stinking.
Man, don't let corporations fool you. Try to assassinate the character.
Yes, this is true. We'll get into that on another episode. We'll get into that.
Right. We can dive down. Wait, we were supposed to be talking about Predator today.
We hit the attack bus brakes on that one. All right. Movie was directed by John McTiernan. Writers John Thomas and Jim Thomas. Stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, and Kevin Peter Hall. A team of commandos on a mission in a Central American jungle find themselves hunted by an extraterrestrial warrior. I'm okay with that.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good enough for me. Yeah.
So we know who Carl Weathers is. That's Apollo Creed. Kevin
Action
Peter
Jackson.
Hall. Yeah. Griff Karga from. Oh, you don't watch Mandalorian though, right?
Right. I know what you're talking about though. Yeah. I've seen the episode.
Kevin Peter Hall. He played the Predator. You know who was originally supposed to be the Predator? And I knew this before. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he actually filmed scenes, and they had the costume for him, and it was orange. That way they could not Photoshop it because they didn't have Photoshop back then, but they were gonna CGI it out, right? And it looked, I swear, it looks like an Elmo. It's bright orange with a weird shaped nose. I'm glad they didn't go with him, and I'm glad that they didn't go with that shape.
Yeah. That would have messed it all up.
Yeah.
Because they nailed it on this one. They nailed it. Carl Weathers, Mr. Action Jackson.
Dude, this was the team. The team had Carl Weathers on it. Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger in the lead as Dutch.
Right.
And then the old friend backstabber, but goes back to being an old friend, stands his ground. Carl Weathers as Dylan. Right. Yep. Bill Duke as Mac.
Bill Duke
was so smooth, he was shaving constantly during this movie.
He came out the helicopter in a suit. I think he writes children books.
I did not know that. Then the sexual Tyrannosaurus, Jesse Ventura. Crazy ass Sonny Lindham, who needed a security team for him during the filming. He had his own security team. Because he was whooping people's asses left and right. The team was to save everybody else around him, not to save him.
What?
Yeah, it was the security team that he had was to keep him from whooping people's asses. Because he apparently, allegedly, he just had a ass whooping problem.
All right. I can understand that.
And then Richard Chavez as Pancho. Shane Black as
Pancho,
Hawkins.
he was dope. Hawkins.
And then R.G.
That
Armstrong.
was a nice team.
You remember R.G. Armstrong as a general?
Oh yeah.
He was Prune Face from Dick Tracy. I like that movie, Dick Tracy, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
It was alright.
So
yeah, it's not as good as this though.
As much as I love this movie, right? It wasn't until years later, many years later, that I realized how much more I love this movie. You know who the voice of the Predator was, right?
No.
Optimus Prime, Peter Cullen.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That is awesome. I didn't know that.
You're telling me. I got to hear the story face to face. It was just me, Peter Cullen, and a police officer in the green room because I was working security. And he told me the story about Predator. He told me the story that he said 1 million times on YouTube. I guess he was practicing for his what do you call it? Not a council. What do they do when they just go talk to a whole bunch of nerds like me?
I don't know, man.
In a panel, yeah. I guess he was practicing his panel or whatever because he told me the story of how he came up with Optimus Prime's voice. It's his brother's voice. It's a little dude, just a little bitty guy, giant voice and all that. And then before he was leaving, it was him, his wife, and his publicist, right? There was that police officer that was there was all SWAT teamed out. Did I tell you the story already?
You probably told us a couple times.
Well, I'm gonna say it again for any new listeners. I love this story, and I have short-term memory issues. But and then the promoter, he was like, "All right, but Josh isn't going to open the door until you say it." Peter Cullen turns around, looks at me, and he goes, "Autobots, transform, roll out." Yeah. Grown-ass man. Love it. Just like, yeah.
Would you have not opened the door for him if you didn't say
I
it?
I didn't know what the promoter was talking about, but it worked out. I was about to open the door anyways.
That's dope.
He was like, "Oh,
man, this movie's got a...
I was gonna say there's Cobweb trying to do the segue back into the movie. This mother.
Because this junk, man. Let me tell you something, dude. Predator is deep to my heart for a lot of reasons. When I was younger, my dad took me to go see this movie when I was young. We're not going to get all into the details about how we got there, but neither here nor there. But I remember this movie when I saw it as to be like. To me, it was like one of the times we're going to see a big summer blockbusters. That's when they first really start kicking off, and it was just like something like an event. You went and saw Predator. That's how I felt.
Now I'm a little sad. I didn't see it. I've never seen this movie in the theaters. Me and my aunts, who are one's a year older than me and one's a year younger than me, walked up to the corner mom and pop store, bought some snacks, rented Predator, RoboCop, and I think it was Army of Darkness or Evil Dead 2.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That was a night.
That's those are like three badass movies right there.
Yeah, that's how the first time I saw those movies.
You saw all three of those in like back to back to back?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we ought to do
that. That is awesome.
Yep. But I forgot, as we rewatched this movie last night, I forgot it started off with the spaceship right at the beginning. Like there's no there's which falls back to, remember when we had Dr. Quinn here on Cast of the Pod, when we saw John Carpenter's The Thing. I forgot that started off with the spaceship also.
Yeah, I did too. It's been so long since I saw it because I haven't seen this movie. Let me tell you, since when it first came out, and then I saw it like on VHS, you know, when it came out on VHS a couple times. But seeing it in 4K now, man, it looks even more impressive. It looks more impressive.
No. You need to see it all chopped up.
Oh, get the heck out of here with that, John.
Get to the chopper.
You and your crystal clear 4K shit, man.
Yes. Look, I spent good money for that 4K, and I want to look at it with all the vision that I can possibly see.
There's nothing wrong with 4K. 4K is great. 4K, 6K, 8K, 12K, 401K. It's all great, you know. But some movies are just not meant to be seen like that.
You know, you had the same thing you said about Gremlins, dude. No, I debate you this a whole time. No, I love looking at that jungle, how that junk was popping. Everything looked so intense. It looked like it did when I first saw it. You know, it brings it back. You know, the transition from video to theater back in the day was not that great.
Exactly. That's part of the experience. Part of the experience.
The way you saw it on VHS?
Yes, VHS. It's like listening to a record instead of listening to a CD.
Okay. Look. Now, I saw my first impression of Predator. I saw it at the theater. Now, you saw it on VHS. So, that means that I can't have my format that was crystal clear when I first saw it at the theater?
I guarantee you, when you saw it in the theater, it was not 4K. It wasn't even 1080p. I guarantee.
I don't know. But it still looked better.
Anyways, I forgot when they jumped. You brought up about Bill Duke being in a suit. I forgot they were in their civvies, in their regular, you know, because they were a team for hire.
Kind of not. They were a special forces rescue team. You know, that's what they did. They went into places that are rescue, you know, groups of people. They were not, you know, warriors in that sense. But
we're a rescue team, not assassins, is what he says.
Yeah, he did. Schwarzenegger was jacked.
I'm gonna say, okay, I'm not talking about the actors in this movie, but I am talking about the characters in this movie. For them to be badasses, right?
Right.
You have been warned with the accoutrement and the language and all that. Everybody listening. All these troops in this movie were pussies.
What? What are you talking about?
They saw one skin body and it's horrible.
Wouldn't you be like that?
Not when you're no.
What are you talking about, dude? That junk was rough, man. They wait. Okay. When Jesse Ventura got shot,
that's different because that's one of their own. And they took that better than when they saw these strangers. Is Jim Hopper? Ironically enough, Jim Hopper is the name of the guy from Stranger Things, the cop, the one that disappears.
Oh yeah, that's what you told me. You're like, hey, that's blah blah blah.
These are Green Berets out of Langley. I'm sorry.
They went into a buzzsaw. And Carl Weathers knew it too.
Yeah, he knew what was up.
No,
but you know what? Hey,
no.
He died like a champ though. He lost his arm and he was standing there, and instead of giving up, he sees that predator running around taking that rounded corner. What does he do?
Ooh.
Uses his one good arm, slings the sub automatic machine gun, tries to get it on the other arm. Yep.
And he's like,
And then the one arm was still shooting.
The floppy
and it
arm
was cut
on
off.
the ground. Yeah.
Oh, that was rough.
See,
that was rough.
I dread these podcasts like this when it's a movie that we
all
like. Because unlike last week's, the Shark Side of the Shitty Moon.
Dude, why are you bringing that up?
The only good thing about that movie
We had a
was
good
our
pod.
Yeah, was our podcast.
Because now we're gonna spend the rest of this pod being like, man, this movie was good. That scene was good. That scene was good. That was good. Oh, and then we shaving his head. He cuts his face. That was good. And then you know what didn't make sense to me though? So
What?
when Mac dies, right?
Okay.
It shows the 3 little dots on the side of his head, right?
Right.
And then big splat on the screen.
But then when you showed it,
Right.
Yeah,
it
when,
was just like on his head, right? Just like a little.
well, barely even that. When Dylan comes around and he sees him, he's like, Mac. And then you hear anytime. Like his face is perfect. He's just got a little spoof of blood on him. That's it.
It didn't make any
when
sense.
When he said anytime, wasn't that the Predator?
That was the Predator with the recordings of them. I want to get his audio recording devices.
I know. It was like perfect.
Man.
And then he has Billy's voice. He's like,
Whoa. Was the Predator here?
Yeah, right? You caught us on that one.
yeah.
It
I was
scared
looking
me.
for an excuse to hit the button.
It scared me.
I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't hit the wrong one and be like,
Get to the chopper.
Deborah was so loud that her voice came over to my mic all the way over here on the other side of the room, and she went super squeaky in my mic.
Okay, that's one thing that you don't.
Okay.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Though, I ain't gonna front. What? Wait. Okay, name something that you did not like about this movie, except we already named that one piece that didn't make any sense. Anything else?
I did not like something that I run into all the time. A situation where, and I have to point this out ahead of time people have been warned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I am a product of an intercultural marriage, right?
Mhm.
And I have to forewarn this. And the only reason I do this is because I know some people personally that are very sensitive, and I know how I look and all that. But I do have to point out that I am half Hispanic, right?
Okay.
And what pissed me off about this movie,
Okay.
and I live in San Antonio, Texas, is she was all pretending she only spoke Spanish that whole time, and then Schwarzenegger's like, talk to me, I know you speak English, just say it already. And she's like, okay, well, the Predator was over here, and then he made a right turn on Smith Street, and he did perfect English. We run into that shit all the time. It was like you didn't like my Spanish that I'm speaking here. We're having all this hard time conversation. We just wasted 30 minutes. You could have spoke to me in English this whole time.
Oh yeah, but she was. Why would she want to? Why would she want to give them any type of heads up or something like that? Because
Oh no, I understand she was a spy and all that, but I'm just saying it runs into my life over here.
Oh, okay. So you took it personal.
Yeah, I can't find anything else that I don't like about this movie. You asked me a question and I had to think about it. That's what popped up. I'm like, look, lady, don't waste my time. We're having this conversation. I'm trying to help you. And yeah, move along. I'm not saying I'm not saying that this is America, you have to speak English. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you speak one language and I speak one language and we're trying to communicate, that's fine. But if the whole time you spoke the same language I'm speaking to you, then let's just speed this shit up and get it done. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I agree with you.
Yeah, that works out. I got to point out for you something right here.
Oh shit!
Answer me
You're gonna
this.
ruin the movie for life.
Fuck. What was? Wait.
Hold on. We need some kind of background music for the new segment here on Cast of the Pod. Cobweb rains on the parade. Here's a movie you always liked, but Cobweb's gonna come in and say, psych. Let's fuck up the movie for life with Cobweb.
Bum.
It's not like that. It's not like that. I just want you guys to know, okay, there's something that I have to say about this movie that I deeply hate.
Please go ahead. Please.
That they made a sequel with Danny Glover.
He's
in
getting too old for
LA.
this shit. Okay.
That's it.
That's it?
But that's not part of this movie. You just said it was something with
the
this
fact-
movie.
Yeah. That they actually thought that they could make a sequel with Danny Glover.
Well, and then
in LA.
they made the sixth part of this movie in like somewhere with people in a tribe called Prey, and Jaguar jumped in the tree and ate the other laughing guy, and yeah.
What the heck has that got to do with anything?
Well, Danny Glover in LA, and then Danny Trejo on some kind of foreign like alien planet, and then the other one when they have the alien predator body armor back in future Earth, and I mean, it's not like this movie's known to yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I'm
Are
lost.
going to this point.
I don't know where he went with that. I don't even know. I'm still
Look,
shocked,
there's the
you
other
know?
Predator movie. I think it's called Predators, and all these badasses are put on like a what do you call it? Like a jungle safari, the setup ones on a hunt.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got Danny Trejo on it and like a lot of other people, and so that's Predators.
Oh yeah.
And then there's
That one wasn't that good.
There's the one where at the end of the movie they have the alien suit. It was supposed to be like Alien versus Predator or whatever, and it has like Ellen Ripley from Aliens, name was supposed to be in there, but they didn't do it. And then it has the other one when they're fighting some native tribe that recently came out on Hulu called Prey. So
Okay, I haven't seen that one yet.
The series jumps all over the place.
I'm with you. They had that one with the. I always like the one with the Alien versus Predator. That was pretty good when it was like in the on the Arctic Circle or something like that.
Yeah, both of them.
That was
part one,
yeah.
part 1 and 2. Alien versus Predator and Alien versus Predator Requiem. Those were good.
Yeah, those. Yeah. I think it's a successful franchise, except for 2, but I think it was a successful franchise.
I don't remember part 2 to be
Part
honest.
2 had the guy with the bones. He's throwing bones there, and then it has the razor net and the damn frisbee with the finger holes in it.
I still don't
Yeah,
remember it.
that was tight. The Predator always had cool weapons, though, didn't he?
And then Danny Glover's
Man.
like, "You are one ugly." And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I
And then-
remember that scene.
He was like, "You're
Yeah,
one
you're
ugly,"
both-
and then the Predator's like,
Wait.
like the Predator, like they had it in their database of curse words. It was like, yeah, the big muscly guy said it, so now we're gonna say it to the cop that's too old to retire for this shit.
Didn't what's your boy name from
You can't
Silver
tell me.
Bullet?
You can't tell me he still wasn't Murtaugh in this movie.
He was, man. He was like they was feeding off of it big time.
Big
You know,
time.
what's your boy? What was your boy in Silver Bullet? What was his name? The uncle.
Gary
I'm having trouble.
Yeah,
Gary Busey. He was in 2.
Gary
Yeah, he
Bru-
was.
Gary Busey survived a motorcycle accident without a helmet that like his brain was oozing out and all that, so anything he's done, he was crazy before the brain injury. So anything Gary Busey's in automatically gets 2 extra points. Vote for me. I'm just saying that.
He was decent in it.
Me
I'm not
too.
saying there's nothing. He was decent. He actually saved the movie. I mean, because that's neither here or there. We're not
Especially
gonna
Ginger
talk
Dead
about
Man.
Predator.
Ginger Dead Man will be discussed here on Cast of the Pod. We need to talk about that fucking movie. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, we do.
That's too hardcore, man. They're not ready for that.
If we did the movie last week, we could do Ginger Dead Man.
I don't know. Cobweb's still on my list of people I'm not too happy with.
Uh-oh.
What are you tripping about
Why?
now?
How you
What
gonna talk
happened?
so much shit about Thanksgiving? But
I know where it's
then,
going.
but then, bring Shark Side of the Moon into my life.
Because it's like this, man. You know, you were cursed to see that. You tried to curse me with watching Thanksgiving.
That's
You know, you
not a
tried to get
curse.
me.
That's not a curse.
Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is.
Watching Shark Side of the Moon, that's a curse.
Yes.
Not
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Somebody, and I posted a video on TikTok about that junk or that Castle of Power Energy. And some dude said, "What is this? A TikTok movie?" Oh snap! And then how they ripped off Beetlejuice, you know? Them junk was just ugh.
I just
I
read
got a bad taste in my mouth now. I need something to drink. That ain't got me thinking about that stupid ass flick.
So I just read something right now in the Did You Know section. Jesse
What's up?
Ventura got all hyped because wardrobe during this movie told him that his arms were 1 inch bigger than Arnold Schwarzenegger's. So he acted like he didn't know nothing. And he went up to Schwarzenegger in front of everybody. He's like, "Hey man, let's measure the pythons. Let's see who has the bigger arms. Whoever wins, whoever loses has to buy a badass bottle of champagne to everybody." Right?
Right.
So then they measured the arms, and they found out that Schwarzenegger's arms were 1 inch bigger. You know why?
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 Because Schwarzenegger went and told the wardrobe people, "My arms are bigger than his. Just tell him that his are bigger than mine. That way he makes a big deal about it."
He got him. He played him. He played him.
Yeah.
He played him. Yep, Jesse tried to play the heel, and I would say Arnold got him on the baby face.
Also, did you know that "Get to the Chopper" is Schwarzenegger's favorite catchphrase of any movie he's ever been in?
Really?
Even over "I'll be back."
Doesn't he say that in another movie?
I don't know.
Does he say "get to the chopper" in another movie?
It was a good scene, man. That was intense too.
Get to the chopper.
You know, I mean, because he was picking when it started getting to a certain point, that predator just started taking them all out, and then he was just ripping people's spines out. Woo!
I think, see, that goes to Predator 2, where he does it even better in Predator 2 when he's standing on the side of that gothic neo whatever looking building.
Oh yeah.
Like Batman looking kind
cool.
of building.
You know, I think about it. Predator 2, it wasn't that bad. I was just disappointed because Arnold wasn't in it.
Okay,
You know,
I can accept
that was the big drop.
I can.
That's
accept
what that's what really made me upset. More or less anything with that. I mean, Danny Glover, you know, he did what he could do, you know, but he just seemed like he was just trying to be Merc or dude from Lethal Weapon. You know, I was hoping that it wasn't. You know what? It'd have been dope if they would have had what's his partner name from the movie from Lethal Weapon?
Mel Gibson.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
If it was Mel Gibson and him against the Predator.
Wow.
The Lethal Weapon Predator. That would have been dope. But they didn't get Mel Gibson.
Sure.
You ain't feeling that?
Nah, not really.
Damn, Josh. Here he goes again.
You know how much the costume weighed for the Predator costume?
200 pounds.
No.
Did you read that already, Deborah?
No, I just guessed it.
Google asked Deb over there.
No, I didn't. I just guessed it.
It's 200 pounds.
Wow.
That's kind of heavy. Oh, dude was in it too. Oh, let me tell you something. That scene, one of the favorite scenes in this movie to me was the scene when Jesse got shot.
I ain't got time to bleed.
No, not that one. No, when the Predator killed him.
Uh-huh.
And then Matt comes up and he grabs the chain gun. They just start mowing down. Everybody just comes and just starts shooting. You know, they don't even ask no questions. They just start unloading clips. It's something out there. You know, that shit was so
They
hard.
cut down the entire jungle.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They did get him though. Or girls didn't say nothing. If she would have said something, maybe it'd have been a little bit different. If she would have told them that they did hit him.
Yeah. See, that was another thing. She's just keeping it herself, fucking everything up.
Yeah. Well, she should have said something a little bit sooner. You know, but whatever. She was thinking about her own self. I know I would have been too.
I guess. Deb, you got anything to say about this movie?
No, I like the movie.
See, this is another. I like the movie. I like the movie too.
Because it was good.
You know what? I forgot about this one. I mean, it's been a while since I seen it, and then I didn't watch the whole thing this yesterday, and I forgot a lot about it. But like watching it, and I was like, oh, I remember this. Okay, I remember. And then everything came back, and then I remembered how much I liked it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So here's two things that are kind of interesting. Bill Duke, he improvised the shaving. That was him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. So he was just
That's
was the
dope.
one that always wanted to shave, and then the crew, they were like, we have to make a razor that cuts him. Well, no, that's what he does when he sees what's going on and all that. He's not paying attention to shaving anymore. He gets caught up in the scene, the predator.
Moment, yeah.
That's when he cuts his face. So, do you know this movie started off as a joke?
No.
As a joke. What do you mean
Yeah,
a joke?
somebody told Schwarzenegger, you know, Rocky Balboa's already fought everybody except E.T. And so this movie.
That's right. They were always in competition back in
Doing
the
it,
day.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Schwarzenegger
Wow.
got him on this one.
Yeah.
He got him on this one. Because I'm not sure. Yeah. That joke was dope.
Dude, I am not going
You know
to
what?
read all these trivia things. There's like 5 bajillion. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not reading all this stuff. I'm not even going to read all this stuff when I'm bored. Look at this. There's like 13, 14, 22, 33 pages.
Oh, no, dude. We ain't got time for that.
Yeah, we
got
got
other
time
shit
for all
to
this
talk
shit.
about. Oh,
You
yeah.
ain't got time to bleed.
I ain't got time to read.
I ain't got time to read. I ain't got time to read.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Shit.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, hey Josh, let
What's
me tell
up?
you something,
What's
man.
up, bro?
I do admit that this was a good movie that we watched,
Yes.
but we need to get some better movies, dude.
Wait. Was this a movie that came from Patreon, or why did we choose this movie?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to put
this
more.
was a Patreon flick.
We got to put more into this movie then. I mean, we need to talk about. Let's see. Yeah, and then there's a scene where
If you,
he gets in
Dude,
the
if
mud.
they haven't
He
seen
gets in the mud, and he's not in the mud, and then the alien blows up the arm. He's got his little MIDI mixer, the little sampler on his arm. That's what he had. He had a Casio, like a Roland sampler on his arm. He was just recording everything.
Oh, dude, you know what? That scene when Schwarzenegger, when he fell in the water and this mud came off of him, and he knew he didn't have any mud on him. That Joker looked scared for real. He looked scared for real. He had that look of terror in his eyes, you know, man. And then and he just starts slapping him around like crazy, man. I'm surprised he survived that beating, because he put a real beating on Schwarzenegger during that.
I'm not surprised because it was in the script. But
Wah, 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 wah.
that's not even a joke. They're not gonna kill Arnold Schwarzenegger in a movie, especially then.
No, you're not going to kill Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's the star of the movie. He's the star of the movie. But he
Steven
was in
Seagal,
peril.
on the other hand, it just I'm just get him out of there.
Oh yeah. I was sitting back and I was thinking, and I really slept on Steven Seagal. I was thinking like I
You
knew all
didn't
Steven
miss much.
Seagal's movies. Dude, he's done a lot of movies. A lot of movies.
Steven Seagal.
I was really surprised. He's got almost like 30 movies under his belt.
Very talented person, but just, I mean, I heard he messed up Saturday Night Live. Allegedly.
Okay.
Also heard he was a police officer. That's pretty cool. Like he's living out his dreams.
Okay.
Yeah. And supposedly he's like a legit, like Aikido, I think some form of martial arts. Like he's a legit badass in it.
It's Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. Don't give him respect, dude. Put some respect on his name. You know. But he's not Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's not Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator. I can tell you that right now.
Nope. Hey, did you catch whatchamacallit, Schwarzenegger's buddy? That's like in a bunch of his movies and all that. He's the guy from Conan with the big ass hammer. And he was in Gladiator. He was Tigress. He's been like in tons of Schwarzenegger movies.
Okay. Where was he at?
His name is Sven Ole Thorsen. Sven Ole Thorsen. He was when they went into the camp, the jungle camp.
Okay.
And there's those two guys in the room, and he just shoots one of them, and he flies through the wall. Is that guy?
That's the guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was hard. He got ticked off. Schwarzenegger got ticked off. He was like, you know what? Because it was how many of them? They took out that whole camp.
The body count in this movie is 69. Most of the 69 killed off by Schwarzenegger's character, even though they have a full team when they break into the village and all that.
Was this one of the movies that was close to Cobra?
No, you're thinking about Commando.
No. With Sylvester Stallone. Because remember when we did Cobra and then like
No, it'd be Rambo 2 or Rambo 3 when he gets covered up in the mud just like in Predator.
Oh yeah.
The same mud scene.
About that.
And he's like, I'm gonna do mud better than you.
But remember when we did Cobra and then like there was like a high amount of people who had died and it was Cobra that did the most.
Oh yeah. Cobra killed everybody off when he did that scene with chasing him in the truck. Yeah.
Yeah, he killed everybody in the movie. He killed everybody in the movie that was a bad guy.
Look,
every single one.
This is how dumb some of the trivia for this movie is. It says go to 50 minutes and 50 seconds. And Dylan tells Ana, "Vámonos," which is Spanish for let's go. That's trivia. That's trivia. That "vámonos" means let's go.
There's not that much dialogue in Predator. Okay, you know, but the dialogue that they did have was very well done. You know, they were smooth. Every character, that's the one thing, pretty much every character you felt something to it, you know, throughout this play, you know.
Here is good trivia right here. You ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In 1987, there was another movie that came out starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jesse the Body Ventura. Do 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 do.
Another movie with Jesse? Was it No Holds Barred?
The Running Man.
He was in.
Oh yeah, The Running Man. I forgot about that. That was dope. That was a Stephen King flick.
Yeah, under a pen name. People didn't know it was Stephen King back then. But back to Predator. You want to
Shane McMahon was in that too.
What?
Was he?
Yeah.
No.
He was in there. He was one of the first guys to get killed in the sled.
I'm gonna check it out. But here, you know what? We're gonna start a new segment. Shitty trivia on IMDb. So imagine this. Richard Chavez, while they were in the real jungle that they were filming in, are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Got bit by ants. It's a surprise that there were ants in the fucking jungle.
Whatever. Hey, wait, this was really where was this filmed at?
In the jungles of Jungoslavia. I don't know.
I'm just saying, dude, it's pretty hard, man. I mean, for the crew, what? I can't even keep a straight face anymore.
All I know is we got some feedback about my tree.
What are you talking about now? The
From the
tree? Trees.
From the homie, from the homie Matt Martinez. You know, people talking shit about Matt's not talking shit, but he said he was caught off guard by the name of my tree.
I was caught
love
off
your
guard
tree,
by the name
Jesus.
of your tree.
Yes.
Hey, you got to send me some of those pecans out here, man, so I can make me a pecan pie.
Okay.
I live here and I didn't even know that you hugged our tree and named him.
Jesus.
That's because you don't listen, Deborah. If it's not on the pod, you don't hear it. But we'll get into our marriage problems later on.
Damn tree hugger.
On the Josh and Deb cast.
These damn tree huggers out here.
That's
Speaking
my
of tree huggers, here's more shitty trivia from IMDb. In the scene where Mac crushes the dead scorpion under his boot, when the predator picks up the scorpion in his palm, his biomask thermals make the scorpion look like a xenomorph face hugger. No, it looks like a fucking scorpion.
Yeah, it does. That was pretty tight though when you saw that. You know something? This is something good too. This movie, it had that infrared technology and stuff like that with the predator scene. You didn't really see that in movies.
Nope.
Back then like that. I don't remember anything like that.
Not
where you
until
saw
this.
that. Yes.
And when I got my first thermal gear, right?
Mhm.
I was so disappointed that when you clicked it on, it didn't go zoom, make that the sound when they cut to the alien, the predator's thermal, you know what I mean? Yeah. I was like, man, I don't want this shit no more. Yes, I can see everything at night and see all the. Yeah, I was pissed.
It's okay, Josh. It's okay. Why would you think that it would make that noise?
Leave me alone, man. back to shitty trivia on IMDb. At 44:01, Pancho says to Ana, "¿Qué pasa, mujer? ¿Qué viste?" Which is Spanish for "What happened, woman? What did you see?" Is that?
I remember that scene.
Yeah, no, but is that what they're gonna put as trivia now? Translations is trivia?
Well, some people.
Well, yeah, it's a question. They asking you, do you know what she said?
There's gonna be like subtitles and shit.
They gave it to me.
Right. Man, who was that first guy that they got killed? And they just found like his inside guts.
That was Jim Hopper.
Yeah, no, not Harper. It was one of the guys from their crew when they killed old girl. When he I don't remember the guy's name or which one it was. He was with her and she was talking about the jungle came out and got him, and they went looking for his body and it was just his inside guts.
Oh, Hawkins.
Yeah.
Which, ironically enough,
Hawkins.
Jim Hopper is the cop from Stranger Things, and Hawkins is the name of the town from Stranger Things.
Whoa.
Now that's
6
So now
degrees
here
of Stranger Things.
is good trivia from IMDb. 3 years after the film's release, Jesse Ventura and Sven Ole Thorsen starred in the sci-fi film Abraxas: Guardian of the Universe. Arnold Schwarzenegger was offered the role in Abraxas, but he turned it down to do Terminator 2.
No brainer.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that movie is. I
That's
never even
trivia
heard
right
of it.
there.
Yeah, I never even seen that movie that they're talking about.
I'm going to submit some trivia here on IMDb, and it's going to be like, did you know IMDb stands for Internet Movie Database?
Wow.
And it would be trivia because some people didn't know that.
Deborah, are you some people?
Yes, I'm some people.
Oh Deb, what are your top 4 Arnold Schwarzenegger movies?
Movies?
Yes.
Come back to me, because I gotta think.
Okay.
I was gonna say, what movie was that?
Caught off guard. Okay. Me, I got Predator.
Okay.
Okay. Terminator.
Oh.
Okay.
What was the Christmas one? Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the
That's
Way.
my first one.
Yes, Jingle All the Way. And I'm gonna have to go with Twins with Danny DeVito.
Well, you've got me on 2 of them. Well, actually, it's Terminator 2. Terminator 2 is in my top 5 movies of all time, and that also deals with some nostalgia that I went through back then. Jingle All the Way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for the name of this movie. That I'm not seeing it right here. I like End of Days, but I don't know if I'll list it in there.
You didn't like Twins?
I love Twins. But there was another movie. Oh, Killing Gunther. Have you seen that?
No.
The 2017
have.
film. Yeah, Killing Gunther. And then, yeah, I'll throw Twins in there for my top 4.
Yeah, right.
So mine would be Jingle All the Way. Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a
You
tumor.
can't count that one. That one's.
Why?
Because
That's
everybody loves it. Okay. Yeah.
That's my. He asked
They
for my
gave
top
it to
4.
me. All right.
Right.
That's
None of us
my
picked
top
Kindergarten
4.
Cop.
Yeah.
And so that's my top 2 on it. It's Jingle All the Way, and then Kindergarten Cop, and I had to say Terminator.
1 or
2.
2? Yes, 2. I like 2, and then 1, and then like the latest one.
And then my 4th one, I can't remember the name, but it's him and
And
I'm trying to think of the name of with him and Jamie Lee Curtis.
True Lies.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, True Lies.
Damn, that's a good one too.
Oh,
Those are my-
man.
those
How
are
do
my
we slip
4.
on True Lies, dude? We forgot about that. We invoked the name of oh my gosh, the Jamie Lee Curtis fan club is going to be all on our ass.
What is the worst? What is the worst one?
The worst
I mean,
one?
I know we're supposed to be talking about the 1987 classic Predator because it was requested in Patreon for us to watch it. But yeah, so now we're just talking about Schwarzenegger.
I think they figured that out already, Josh. We try to keep bringing it back. Here's something I always tripped out.
Batman and Robin.
Look.
Batman and Robin.
No.
Mr. Freeze. That one was horrible. Horrible. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, that was bad.
Okay, what were
That
you
was
saying? My bad.
He always had like some technology or something like that was new and different that you never really saw in movies, in Schwarzenegger films.
The
his
Sixth
action
Day.
movies. Yeah, I don't think I even seen that.
Oh, you were talking about technology. I thought that's what you were leading to. Okay, what were you saying? My bad.
Oh, yeah, the Terminator. Okay, we never really saw anything like that, like with the flesh thing and stuff like that, with the robot underneath that. And then the Terminator 2 with the oozing thing, you know, when they had the liquid.
Yes.
Nobody ever seen that in film before.
Yes.
And then with Predator, also with the infrared.
The camouflage
Nobody's seen
and
that
the
stuff
infrared.
before. Yeah, nobody's seen that before. Those movies right there changed the direction of the film industry.
On the Sixth Day, they're cloning. They're building clones, and they basically drop your brain into a database. So, like, if last week you went in and copied your brain under the database, as soon as you died, they would drop. So you would go back your memories from a week ago. Now, if you had your memories from today, then when they brought your clone back, your clone would start from today. And if you hadn't backed up in a couple years, then your memory would only be from a couple years. So cloning and brain database drops on Sixth Day.
I never heard of that.
It's a good movie.
We have to check that out then.
And then Eraser. Eraser was the first time I heard of a railgun.
Yeah.
You got a point. Arnold Schwarzenegger's pushing the razor's edge of technology.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Okay, that I know the bad one that he did. What was that one when he was like the superhero from like
Last Action Hero? Is it
the Last Action Hero.
That was a good one. He was talking about all
it was good. It was low. It's low on the list, but it was good.
Okay.
Here's a trivia of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well, not a trivia.
What?
On Terminator 2, my cousin's baby was in the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, the little baby that he picks up by the... Yeah, it's Deborah's cousin.
Oh,
baby.
Right. Oh, that's what's nice. That's nice.
So whenever I see it, I'm like, hey, I'm related to that kid.
Yeah.
Man, he's done some really good stuff. I mean, Schwarzenegger is the man. I'm sorry, he is.
So
he kicks out good stuff, man. He kicks out good movies.
I think we're done with Predator.
I almost forgot what we were.
Well, no, because we started talking about
even rated it yet.
That's why I'm trying to get to the calculator of doom right now. I would like to go first, and some podcasts go by nostalgia ratings, and then some. How would you see it now? I'm like, fuck that shit. What's this movie get? I am giving this movie a 9.
Wow.
Deb. I believe it.
I think I'm gonna give it a 9 also.
Why?
Because this is a really good movie.
I don't believe Deborah. See, what happens with me and Deborah, it's like, she's like, I'm hungry. I'm like, I'm hungry too. And then I'm like, well, since you said you were hungry first, that means you got something on your mind. What do you want? I don't know. What do you want? And then I'll pick something and she's like, yeah, I wanted El Pollo Loco too. I'm like, you didn't want El Pollo Loco till I said I wanted El Pollo Loco. Now you want that.
Why does it matter if you're getting what you want?
Copy ass Deb.
Fine, then I'll give it an 8.
No, you already said 9.
You already
said 9.
I'll give it an 8.
Dude, you messing it up. You're messing it up.
Cobweb, what do you give it, sir?
I give it a 10.
There you go.
I give it a solid 10. Predator is dope. I loved everything about it. Honestly, tell the truth. That one little thing with Mac, with him getting his head blown off, big freaking deal.
That we were reaching hard to find something bad about this movie. Now,
yeah, we really were.
If you do want to look at it in a modern way, there was a couple of homophobic words dropped in it, but this was not justifying it or anything like that. At the time, that was bravado. That was slang between friends back in the 80s. Not saying it was right, not saying it was wrong. I'm just saying that's how it was. You know? So not taking that into consideration, we give this movie a 9.3.
That's good.
Nice. That's a good one. I remember I took my youngest daughter, Ashley, when she was over a few months ago. I think it was for Christmas. And she was visiting. And I sat her down and I said, you want to watch a movie with me? And I threw on Predator. And she normally doesn't like to sit through movies, because these kids, they TikTok 15, 20 seconds, short attention span. But she sat down and she was she was straight into this one from the jump. It just pulled her in.
Next time you get a chance, show her Commando.
Ooh.
Yes.
There we go.
But so I have 2 things I want to say. We did not get a call from Chucky this week. So we don't have to worry about the rating system being changed. So we're sticking with the 9.3. We do have a call from one of our patrons. Brenden.
Oh, word?
Yeah, we have that. But I have some Chucky information. What do you want first? Do you want the Brenden call first?
Yeah, dude. Ever since that last one. Go ahead.
So I do want to show some love to our other patrons before we get into Brendan's call. There's Sam Haim. I still say Sam Haim and Samhain because Samhain's the proper way, but all of us kind of grew up hearing the word Sam Haim instead of Samhain. But it's Sam Haim, right? Miss Black Cat and our anonymous nobody. Thank you very much for being part of Club 3P, Patreon pod people. I mean, we have our pod people that we love, but then we have our Patreon pod people that we really love. That's the next level, literally. 2P, then 3P.
Oh yeah.
You know. And one of our patrons is Brenden from Upkick MMA. We talked about him earlier, and he's got a call. You ready for the call?
Yep.
Let me make sure I raise the volume up, and here we go.
Hey guys, what is going on, Cast of the Pod? Thank you guys so much for doing this movie. It's one of my personal favorites. I have watched this movie countless times. It's a similar situation to Dr. Quinn and The Thing. This movie for me as a kid was it wasn't on repeat necessarily because I did not have it on VHS, but whenever it was on TV, it was mandatory watching. I would sit down and watch this all the way through. It doesn't matter if it started halfway, 10 minutes left, I would watch this movie. I absolutely love it. So hello, Josh, Mr. 33.4%. Hello, the Deb, and hello, the Cobwebs. Thank you guys so much for doing this movie for me. Real quick, if you'll indulge me, I'll do my own little breakdown here. Like I said, I'm giddy because I love this movie. I really do. By the way, for those of you guys out there who have not seen this movie, it's 1987's The Predator. Okay, this movie I cannot recommend it enough. Right? If you like action movies, if you like the horror genre, if you like a thriller, if you like strategy, if you like a war movie, like a gritty Vietnam-style war movie, it has a little bit of everything. It's fantastic. It's got 2 former governors in it. Which is more than a lot of movies can say, and I mean that in a good way. It's incredible. So I like I said, this movie will turn you into a sexual tyrannosaurus if you haven't seen it. So definitely go watch it. So the movie starts out, it's a setup for a generic 80s small military team action movie. And right, you think you're going in, they're just going in to do an extraction. Cool, blah blah blah. And then the very first moment, like, it hooks me every single time when Dutch and Dylan see each other. It's just so much goddamn testosterone. It's just it feels like you're on steroids just from watching this movie. When he walks to him, he's like, "Dylan, you son of a bitch," and they do that like arm, in the mid-air arm wrestling. Is what's the matter? They got you pushing too many pencils. So freaking good, man. Oh my god, it's so good. And like I said in the opening, this, like, one of my favorite lines in the movie is "Sexual Tyrannosaurus" by Jesse Ventura, who plays Blaine. I do have a couple favorite characters I'll go to in a little bit. I talk about it here. So here, another side thing. If you didn't see the alien ship in the beginning, which I didn't, because every time I catch it on TV, it wasn't necessarily at the beginning. And also it was not in the director's vision or his cut. You could think this is a totally different movie. The way that they move in, they're taking out the guerrillas, the military guerrilla warfare type stuff. It just, everything about that first initial scene, it almost feels like a different movie. It feels like 2 movies. First you have like the extraction movie, and then you have dealing with the alien. I love the practical explosions and the set design. I also love the history of this movie. If you don't, there's plenty of videos online. You can go read about it as well. The making of this movie was crazy. And then Jesse Ventura has some more one of my other favorite lines. "Ain't got time to bleed." And then his friend, played by Bill Duke, Mac. I love him. He's actually my favorite character in the movie outside of Arnold, who plays Dutch. The setup with the Predator repeating things in English is so cool. And the first time you actually see his hand swipe across the screen, but only from his vision, and he reaches out for the first time. You're 35 minutes into the movie before you even are introduced to what he may or may not look like. It's fantastic. And then we lose an icon. 43 minutes into the movie, you get your first kill, which is Hawkins, and you just see a blurry clear image, and it just moves past the screen. So like you just get to see the shape of the Predator. Then we lose the icon Blaine. We lose our first governor here at 47 minutes in the movie, and then the team goes freaking berserk. This is one of my favorite scenes in the movie, where Mac picks up the minigun and mows down the entire forest. The entire team picks up all their guns, just It's just destroying the forest. Like, the EPA be damned. Environmentalist nonsense. I will cut down this forest. You killed my friend. There's even a touching moment when Max takes a sip of booze and then leaves the flask with Blaine, which they referenced earlier. You know, the little piece of home saying if you lose that, you know, you're lost you're really lost. It's actually a really touching moment amidst all this chaos. And then 53 minutes into the movie, halfway, you finally see the Yautja, which is the name of the species of the alien. He is the predator, right? You see the Yautja finally uncloaked. The last stand where Billy cuts his chest and dies off screen. Dude, when he cuts his chest with that machete, when he cuts it, dude, it's so badass. It's stupid, and I don't care. I love it. He stands on that bridge, which is, you know, a fallen tree, and he just stands there, and then he dies off screen. When Dutch is making his weapons and his traps, the Yautja is shining his trophies. It's like this build up to the final conflict. It's fantastic. And the final standoff, 10 minutes before the end of the movie, 10 minutes. We have made it an hour and 30 minutes, and you have not seen what the Yautja really looks like underneath his mask. And you finally get to see his face, and of course you get the now iconic line, "You are one ugly motherfucker." Like, you get, it's like the amazing creature work done with the Yautja, the acting from start to finish, the fact that nobody feels safe. You feel like, you know, even Arnold could die in this one. Also, the Yautja is the sorest loser of all time. Just takes his bomb and goes home. He's like, "Oh, I'm dead, so I'm gonna just blow everything up now." You're an ass. Why? You freaking you're that's not fair. Anyway, for me, why this movie in particular became one of my favorites. It inspired me as a child to start work. Like, it gave me, I know this seems stupid to a lot of people, but for me, it really hit home, and I don't know why it triggered, but it made me want to work out. It made me want to get into physical fitness. It made me want to look like Arnold. It was this movie that did it. I love the movie and everything about it. I will watch it nonstop, but it always will hold a special place in my heart because it influenced one of the most important aspects of my life, which is physical fitness. And to this day, like, I can watch this movie and get pumped. I absolutely adore this movie. I love it start to finish. It is fantastic. Like I said at the top of this, if you've not seen it, please go watch it. It's great. Again, thank you guys. I know this was a little bit long. Thank you for indulging me if you do. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Cast of the Pod. I love you guys. Keep doing what you do. Peace.
There you go. There you go.
Wow, man. That's what's
Thank
up,
you, Brenden.
man.
Yes,
Thank
you.
Yeah, thank you.
So
You know,
a couple.
see, that's all you got to do, people.
A couple of things I got out of that call. One, I agree. Scary ass woods.
Yeah.
I was not scared of the woods as a child because, you know, you go out, you go hunting. Was in the Boy Scouts for a little while, and, you know, all that's fine. It wasn't until I saw Deliverance.
Oh,
I was like, nope, fuck them woods.
oh,
2, the cabin from Evil Dead. That was just breaking and entering. That was straight up. They weren't. Evil Dead 2 also. They're like, oh, we'll just tell the people that we drove up and all that. Yeah, no, no.
What do they call them now? Like squatters?
Squatters, yeah.
yeah. That's what they were, man.
And then, of course,
There's so much
Army
good about
of
that.
Darkness was already on our list, but we're gonna have to bump it up a little bit.
Hell yeah, most deaf on that, dude. That junk was tight. You know, that's what I'm saying, man. Somebody got to call up, man, and just, you know, start recommending good movies, dude.
Yes.
Come on, somebody use that hotline number. What's that hotline number again, Josh?
786-763-2278. And if I'm not paying
Exactly.
attention, I'll probably text you back with my real number because I'm dumb like that. Speaking of me not thinking things out, and speaking of bad decisions possibly on my part, I'm not saying that me texting Brenden back with my real phone number is a bad decision, but I am saying that I've made a decision about Chucky.
Word? What's up? What do you mean you made a decision about Chucky?
I pulled an executive decision. This is a 0.1% decision that I've made.
You know, let me hear it first before I get upset.
No, this is not a call. But so we do have Ecoside Productions, which is also Hybrid Media Productions, which is what hosts Cast of the Pod and the Josh and Deb cast and our other podcasts and all that we're part of, right?
Yeah, that's what's up.
I have decided, because there's been so much feedback and people have been asking about Chucky so much, that I am going to sponsor Chucky myself.
What?
And that way he doesn't take up too much time. Every now and then he can call in and all that. If he becomes a patron, he can call in every week. But I'm going to sponsor him and give him his own space. He started posting episodes of his podcast because now he thinks he's a podcaster.
Whoa.
They're like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes long. So I'm going to start.
When did this happen?
He's been sending them in. I'll send you the links. But
wait a minute, dude. Wait a minute. No. You're going to try to tell me right now that you're going to go work on his podcast?
No. I'm not going to work on his podcast at all. I'm not going to do any editing. I'm not going to do it. But he's putting his stuff up in a very dumb way. He sent the links. Nobody's listening to him. He's getting no traction or anything like that. And
yeah, I can understand that.
So I'm going to host them on our server package. On his
How much is this costing us?
We have the space with it. It's going to be with what we're paying for ours already.
Wait a minute. Is he a Patreon?
No, he's not. He's not. But we might be able to get some extra hits from him.
Yeah.
You never know. And Deborah was upset the way that I've been treating him. You and I had that conversation off pod about, I shouldn't be this way with him. So I'm trying to be a better person. I am working on myself here. And I'm going to give him some space. And I will air his episodes on. And he has a name for his pod, but we'll put that out soon.
You got to be joking me, dude.
Does he know this?
Yeah, he knows it. I talked to him. I used the number. I didn't use my phone number. I used the podcast number to talk, and I talked to him. I didn't text him or whatever. I talked to him. He's very excited. At first, he was happy that he was going to become a permanent member of Cast of the Pod, and I told him no. And then he started crying, saying that he wanted to work with the Cops Webs and with the Debs, and he didn't realize that he left me out again.
Oh my god!
Well, because the Cops Webs is his new best friend. Remember?
Yeah, but I have a lot. You know what? Just follow me on Cobweb 411. Chucky, hit me up. Send me a message. We'll talk. I got you, bro.
So basically he's saying his podcast is Scary Movies with Chucky, but I have a different idea for the name of his podcast. But we'll talk about that later on.
Wait a minute. Yeah, dude, you can't be using up all your brain power helping him out when we could be using this for Cast of the Pod energy.
It might get us a couple of hits, cause some ad revenue or something like that. And if it doesn't, then we'll just
ad revenue, money.
Yes.
You said revenue.
Yes.
Oh, what's up? What we need? What we doing?
That's a whole different.
You talking about money? Okay.
I'm listening.
That got Cobweb's connection all discombobulated right there. Money? What?
They gave it to me.
All right.
Right.
So
that's talking to my corporate voice.
Indeed. Okay. So yeah, that's all we got this week. 9.3 for Predator.
If you haven't seen it, you should see it.
Yes. And watch it with your children.
And explain to them that it's just a movie.
Yes. Watch it. Let them watch it.
the predator is not real unless they don't clean their damn rooms.
Yep. Or if they misbehave, you're gonna call the predator on them. That sounds scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's messed up, Deb. You don't clean your room? I'm calling the predator. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, no, wow.
I'm bleaching the wall. I'm bleaching the walls.
The thoughts and views of Deb do not necessarily represent the cast of the pod in any way, shape, or form.
I'm just reading the script right here that you wrote for us.
Like I wrote. Yeah.
Did you get the updated forms, Deb? Or was that
Yes.
revision C?
No, it's the updated ones. And then it had it in capitalized predator right there.
And they were handwritten in triplicate.
Oh my gosh. Speaking
All right.
crib notes.
All right, we're done. We're done here. So don't forget, hit us up on all social medias, Cast of the Pod. You can hit up Cobweb at Cobweb411. You can call us. Somebody call us. 786-763-2278. Thank you, Brenden, for taking advantage of using that line, that number. And thanks for Chucky every now and then doing that. But yeah, we need some fresh blood in there, along with Brenden. Brendan's
Yes.
more than welcome to call every week if he wants to.
Yes.
We need to bring him in on the episode.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Beat Street.
All right, y'all. So until next time, I'm Josh.
I'm Cobweb.
And I'm Deb. The Debs.
You have been warned. And I said this the other day, and I want to say it again. We always talk about getting patrons on here and bringing some money in. While we do like that, we do appreciate that. I do want to say, all three of us want to say, thank you for spending the most important thing you have, and that is time. Thank you for spending that with us. We appreciate you. Until next time, peace.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah.